Hi everybody, my name is Kim Nguyen and welcome into my channel. I am the American woman who's going to be doing a review for you for BTS's latest hit called Butter. Now, if you're new to my channel, I create videos mainly aimed at Americans who are new to BTS or the K-pop genre. So in each of my videos, I'm going to explain a little bit about the music and a little bit about the artist so we can share information together. And if you happen to be ARMY, I definitely welcome you all because I am a new ARMY, so I'd love to hear from you guys. And you always give me the best information and share the best suggestions in the comments. I really provided me some of the best support for my channel, so I appreciate all of you who have done so and also watch my video. But I also welcome everybody else who's just new and stopping by just to check things out. So I really welcome everybody into my channel. Now, last summer, BTS lit up 2020 with their first all-English summer hit called Dynamite. Now they're back with another all-English track called Butter that's spreading smooth summer vibes and retro feels. Now, Dynamite bagged 7 Guinness World Records in the last year. No big deal, right? Well, it reached the best-selling album in South Korea and set a new record on Spotify as the biggest debut in 2020. And now we're nearing summer of 2021. The boys are back and they're channeling major 80 vibes with this epic new dance pop number described as having a funky synth-based fusion and uber cool music video, and noted that the song will focus more on showing each of their charms. Now with Dynamite, it's very special and does play well into Butter. Butter is no mistake, and Butter was not by coincidence. You see, last year, BTS clocked its first with Dynamite, including a Grammy Award nominations at the 2021 award ceremony. And although they were thought to be the favorite in that category, unfortunately they lost out to Lady Gaga and Ariana Grande's collab called Rain on Me. Dynamite also became the longest charting single by a Korean artist on the Billboard 100 list. Now, they beat out Psy's long-standing Gangnam Style record that stayed at the top for 36 weeks. Now, although Dynamite was a breakthrough year for 2020 for BTS, the boys didn't forget about their Grammy nomination or their ultimate goal. In fact, BTS is renewing their quest to win the Grammy Awards with its new single, Butter, building on the success of last year. So there is no coincidence that the song happens to sound similar in the retro style of Dynamite. That was no coincidence. It was very well calculated. In a news conference in Seoul, one of their members and rapper named Suga said this, quote, "Of course we would like to win a Grammy. That's still valid, and we are aiming to work for it once again with Butter and hoping for good results." He also added that Butter was the group's second English language single following Dynamite and was a funky summer track. Their leader and also another rapper named RM, My Bias, also said this, quote, "For us, the biggest topic is what function BTS can serve, why we exist, and which values we should pursue under this new normal era and for the industry." Speaking to Variety, RM also said this. He said that the band never expected to release another single, but the virus is getting longer and longer. So we thought we need another summer song. We thought we needed another summer number. And Butter was perfectly fit for that. And now we're here. And according to J-Hope, he said that the recording process was smooth and that the song focused more on showing each of the members' charms compared with Dynamite. Now, BTS are a very social group. They have talked about many serious and heavy subjects, everything about youth issues that are happening in Korea to mental health issues to self-discovery, self-identity, and self-love. However, in this song, there are no hidden messages, nothing that requires some deep thinking on the viewer's part. In fact, according to Jimin, another member, he said that lyrically, like Dynamite, Butter has quote, no heavy message, saying that there was no profound meaning in their track. The goal was for it to be easy to listen to. Now, industry critics has also described Butter in an interesting way. Rolling Stone described it as, quote, a pure, swaggering dance pop celebration in the retro vein of Bruno Mars with layers of Jam and Lewis style synths, with RM telling the outlet that the song is, quote, very energetic and very summery. Forbes called it an infectious disco pop track similar to Dynamite, with a pulsating bass-heavy beat and delectable chorus. And following its release, Butter was categorized as a 1980s and 1990s influenced dance pop and EDM song with elements of pop rap. The song has some very influential powerhouse writers and producers, among them that includes Jenna Andrews, Robert Grimaldi, Stephen Kirk, of course their own RM, Alex Bilowitz, Sebastian Garcia, and Ron Perry, with production handled by Grimaldi, Kirk, and Perry. Choreography-wise, of course, there's always dancing in this type of music video. According to J-Hope, now this choreography, quote, reflects the upbeat, flirtatious vibe of the song, saying that the band tried to put a lot of emotions into it, with signature moves such as kissing your hands, a mischievous look, or brushing your hair back. The video also features what they call a TikTok-ready Technicolor elevator sequence in which individual members will freestyle their dance moves, including, quote, putting on imaginary cologne. And at one point, the band used their bodies to form the word, which I'm actually not going to tell you. I'll let you be if you've not seen the video. Let that be a surprise for you, especially for ARMY. BTS dropped the official music video of Butter on May 21st of 2021, and no surprise, it instantly became the #1 trending record for the most streamed song on Spotify in the first 24 hours. This song has been streamed more than 16.3 billion times on Spotify, making the K-pop supergroup the most streamed act on the popular music streaming platform. Earlier in the week, the Guinness World Records announced that Butter set 5 new world records. The official music video of the latest BTS track peaked with 3.9 concurrent viewers on YouTube. So help Butter earn the record for the most viewers for the premiere of a music video on YouTube. The video also broke the most viewers for the premiere of any video on YouTube. And additionally, the music video also got a whopping 108.2 million views in its first 24 hours and surpassed BTS's own record of 101.1 million views for Dynamite. The number also made the clip the most viewed on YouTube music video in the first 24 hours by a K-pop group, and the most viewed YouTube music videos in 24 hours by any artist. Butter also set the record for the most streamed tracks on Spotify in the first 24 hours. The song had more than 11 million global streams on its first day, beating Ed Sheeran and Justin Bieber's 2019 hit song, I Don't Care. So thus, with their latest achievements, BTS already has a total of 23 Guinness World Records, putting them along the side ranks of the most elite successful artists in music history, such as Ariana Grande, Madonna, and the Beatles. Recently, they were able to do their first live performance of Butter on the 2021 Billboard Music Awards. The Septet dominated a total of 4 categories, including the fan-voted top social artist, the top song sales artist, and the top dual/group. Butter was added to all 150 American top 40 radio stations in the United States and received a total of 2,217 spins in its first week. This made it the first song by an international artist to become the most added track at radio in its opening week. BTS are the first group to achieve this. Butter hit #1 on the Billboard Hot 100. The song is the superstar South Korean sept's fourth Hot 100 #1 in 9 months, the quickest collection of 4 initial leaders by any artist since Justin Timberlake a decade and a half ago. BTS has the quickest 4 #1 singles of any group since the Jackson 5 in 1970. If you haven't seen the original video, I highly recommend that you go ahead and watch that first, then come back here and take a look at my reactions, okay? I'm going to make a lot of pauses as I give my input. So with that said, let's get started. Intro. Jungkook.
Smooth like butter, like a criminal undercover. Don't pop like trouble, breaking into your heart like that. Cool shade stunner, yeah, owe it all to my mother.
Word to your mouth.
Like summer, yeah, I'm making you sweat like that. Break it down. Ooh, when I look in the mirror, I'm not too high.
Okay, let's go back. Let's go back. I love the intro where he's just slowly walking into the scene and he's doing his little swag dance into the scene. This is black and white. It's starting off. This is the calm before the storm. At one point, probably when they hit the chorus, they're going to full blast into some beautiful Technicolor. This is Jungkook. He always starts off a lot of their videos. He is the youngest member of the family. I love how they're starting out in black and white. It's just very simple. Love how it opens. I love the line that he says right here, the opening line. The lyrics, the writing is excellent. He's coming in smooth like butter, setting the tone, setting the stage for the song. And
Butter like
a criminal undercover, giving me the words from Michael Jackson. The first thing I thought was smooth criminal, you know, like a smooth criminal. And I'm imagining MJ right now in my mind, and this beat is retro, as they said, very 70s, 80ish vibe. He's got the oversized jacket, and I'm loving his long hair. JK looks amazing with long hair. I usually don't like long hair on men, but in this case, it's just enough to the shoulder. Not a ponytail. He's very handsome. I think this is a great hair, and of course he's in black and white. So right now it looks black, but who knows what it may be. They always color their hair when it comes to color. So let's go on here. Then, oh my goodness, they transition. There's that, oh, let me go back. There's that flirty hand kiss, JK. Giving us that along with the kiss. And am I seeing a little glitter on his eyebrow? I actually saw the interview that he had, and that's actually not real, you guys. That's actually those pasties that you can, those little stick on, those little things that you can paste on. So that's not a real eyebrow piercing, if you're ever wondering. However, that tattoo on his arm, he's got ARMY, Army, written on his fingers, so that is a real tattoo. JK looks so handsome right now. Love it.
Don't pop like trouble.
Oh, I got that smile. Alright, and by the way, you want to know whose eyes that is? That is also Jungkook's eyes, okay? Looking at you and me, staring into our soul. Alright, let's go back for a second here. That smile.
Trouble breaking into your heart like that.
Look at that smile. So charming. He was called, when he was younger, I guess he's got that teeth that he's called, they call him Bunny. And he can be 50 and he'll still be my baby bunny Jungkook. Alright, let's move on. Loving this black and white.
Like trouble breaking in.
There's the group, there's the posse.
Into your heart like that. Cool shade.
Okay, that was V sliding into our life, like being a smooth criminal that he is. And here is the posse, okay? You guys, this is BTS, Bangtan Sonyeon. They are a 7-member band from South Korea. Currently, they are the #1 boy band in the world. And as far as I'm concerned, the best artists in the world. Starting from left to right, we have Min Yoongi, otherwise known as Suga. He is one of the rappers. BTS consists of 3 rappers, and 4 vocalists, okay? Next over is Jin in the white suit. Jin happens to be the oldest member of the family. Then we have, of course, next to him, the youngest, Jungkook, vocalist. And in the middle is J-Hope. He's amazing, and his hair, you can't tell, but he's a blonde. He's super blonde right now, and his hair looks amazing for this video. Loving the puffy shoulders. Then next to him in the other white suit we have is Jimin. Jimin is beautiful, and I can't wait to see what his hair looks like in color. Next to that is V, the looker, the visual. I will talk about V next pretty soon here. And of course, my bias, my boo on the end, that is the leader, RM. Looking all criminals, cool shade stunners.
Stunner, yeah, owe it all to my mother. Hot like summer, yeah, I'm making you sweat like that. Break it down.
You are making us sweat. Alright, let's go back to V. V, oh my goodness, V is a visual. V is for visual, V is for victory. He's an amazing artist, actually. Look at him. Let me go back to him. I love how they do these black and white. Yeah, I owe it all to my mother. Yes, thank you, Mrs. Kim, and also to Mr. Kim. Have you seen his father when he was younger? This apple did not fall far from the tree, okay? Amazing, beautiful man, okay? And I can't get over
like summer,
the long
yeah,
earrings.
making you sweat like that.
The profile is amazing. I can't tell you how many times I've seen him they shoot his profile, and there's not a bad side to him. There's not a bad side to V, okay? Thank you, Mrs. Kim.
Yeah, owe it all to my mother.
Oh my god. Was that Jin? Jin, what are you doing? Don't be, you know, touching your neck like that. That does things to us armies, okay? Oh, look at where I pause. Oh my god, V.
Like summer, yeah, I'm making you sweat like that. Break it down. Ooh, when I look in the mirror.
Stop. Look at this scene. I'm loving this. Okay, now take a look at this scene. What they're holding up, you guys, that is actually their names and their birth date. Okay, so if you want to know who's who in the group, starting from the bottom up, that of course is their name. The middle numbers, of course, is their date of birth. And then the top numbers, I did see behind the scenes. Now, according to the members, with Jin and Suga, the two on Jin in the middle there, Suga to his left in the front, they basically randomly picked the top numbers. There was no meaning, rhyme, or reason behind it. Jin said they wanted like a 6-digit number, and he just pulled out his cell phone and just randomly punched in numbers for him. And Yoongi did the same thing. Now, with V, that was based off of the Psy World vibe code. I'm not sure what that is. If you guys know, I don't know if that's a game thing or what, but it's a Psy World code. Now with JK in the back behind Jin, he said that that's actually the date and he came to Seoul, and that was the date that he moved into the dorms with the boys. And of course, my boo to Jin's right, looking all amazing and staring at my soul right now. Hello, boo. He said that that's RM. According to RM, that was the numbers he used was the apartment building and the flat number that he used to live in. Next to RM in the white suit is Jimin. Now, according to Jimin, he said that that is the date of their first concert of the Red Bullet Tour, which had lots of meaning for him. And of course, look at the swaggy man behind Jimin is our own J-Hope. And according to J-Hope, he said that he looked up what the pager codes were, and I don't know if anybody even uses pagers anymore. And then it actually spelled out in Korean Bobo, which means a kiss. And let me tell you right now, yes, officer, arrest all of their, because they have definitely stolen our hearts, set our emotions on fire. This is a great lineup. It says, I'll melt your heart into two. No, you melt our heart into 1 billion pieces, okay? And Jin, oh my, may I say, a lot of the videos you don't get to see Jin a lot, but recently in the more recent videos, starting to see Jin a little bit more. It has more parts in the front, and I'm loving how he's being highlighted. Those of you who are new, if you go back to some of their older videos, he doesn't get a lot of lines. He doesn't get shown or be in the middle and center and front and center like this a lot. So now in the more recent videos, and I think starting with when Jungkook directed Life Goes On, that's when you notice Jin being in the middle, given more lines and prominent. Jin has a beautiful voice, and I will highlight him in another video, but I love this lineup, and I love the concept of this. It's great. They look all amazing.
I'll let you have I got the superstar glow, so
I'm gonna go back. Okay, first of all, Jin, that drop beat when it goes into this melodic chorus, this drop beat for the pre-chorus with Jin singing in it. Oh my God, he just, look at the way he, oh my God. Okay, where I stop. Hello, Jin. Jin has never caught my attention like this. It's usually J-Hope that bias wrecks me all the time. I'm loving Jin's long hair. Jin and Jungkook with the long hair like this, with it longer in the back. They look so handsome, and I especially love it when he combs his hair back. It just shows his face more, and Jin is known to have very full, luscious lips. And look at him when he goes, ooh, oh my goodness. Hello. Great transition when they start to comb their hair back. Great, whoever the videography is great on this. You have the transition. It ends with them combing their hair in black and white at the same time, catches them beginning this color splash that they have. This backdrop is amazing. It looks like an ombre lighting wall with one side of it being orange, bright orange fading into a white. Same thing over to the right. You have the purple wall fading into a white light as well. It looks like the BTS Army, what do you call it, logo. It looks like that. Now they said there isn't a lot of hard things or hidden things and meanings behind this video, but let's see what else they have for us. Now they're going into this full dance on choreo. You're seeing them mostly in black and white suits. They look amazing. Oh, purple hair. Know that I got that heat. Let me shake it, talk it, shit. Side step right, left to my feet. Get it, let it roll. Smooth like. Okay, before we hit this. Side step right, left to my feet. Get it, let it roll. Smooth like butter. Pour you in like no other. Don't need no pressure. Dream of me, you got it bad. Ain't no. Okay. Oh my God, V. I think you just killed about half the army right now. Before we get to the other looker, Jin, let's go back to V's elevator scene here. V walking in like he's some stud muffin. Yes, you are. Yeah, you're pulling us in all right. Now, with this scene, before I get to what V's wearing, the behind the scene, the panel of the back is actually red in real life. It's not orange. They color corrected this somehow to match his suit. V in his amazing, very tailored, beautiful orange suit with the beautiful, it looks like an off-white tie and blouse. Looks so handsome with the brown hair. And I think there's one other member in BTS that also wore an orange suit recently in the Dynamite live performance, and that was Jin, Mr. Worldwide Handsome. Both of these guys look equally handsome in their orange suit. Orange is a hard color to wear, like yellow. Not everybody looks good in these colors, so this looks so handsome. Pour you in like no other. Don't need. Hello. Hello, V. This man is so incredibly unrealistically handsome. It's just unrealistic. Look at those contacts against, it looks like almost like greenish, almost like an aqua greenish contacts that he's got on. It could be blue, but against his hair and the coloring, it looks kind of greenish to me, sort of like a blue-green maybe, or a teal maybe. And the brown hair, and look at him. He's got an acting background. I don't know if some of those of you who are new may not realize it. He's got an acting background, so he does the most amazing facial expressions. And of course, the line here he's using is from an Usher song. Don't need no Usher.
Need no Usher to remind me you got it bad.
To remind me you got it bad. That was Jungkook singing that Run. That was not V. Okay, and then if you look carefully at the elevator buttons, these are very special, meaningful. Now, in the behind the scenes, when V was actually pushing the button, the very top upper right, it looks like an A, like a chevron A. That is A for Army. He's going up to see the Army, right? And then if you can see the two bottom buttons, they look like are the logos, the BTS logo, as well as the Army logo. And then you see the rest of them are 7 buttons for 7 members, and they all start with a B, and I suspect it's going to stand for butter. Okay, and according to V, he said this was his favorite part out of the whole video, was his part, because he thought it was unique.
Ain't no
Hello, boss daddy. Yes, you are. Ain't no other like you. Look at Jin looking all handsome. His hair is long. The square shades, amazing. Whoever dressed Jin right now and V, oh my god, all of them really. And this beautiful white blouse and pants, just so handsome. Look at him, looking like a big K-pop boss that he is. And in the background, if you notice, JK and the rest of the members. JK's holding like that director cut, like cut. You know, I don't know what that's called. And then he's look like, now JK does have some directing background, and I don't know if he helped direct this one or not, but he's look like he's talking to the members. And then Min Yugi is in the very back. He's just chilling out there. Okay. So look at Jin right now. Oh
that could sweep you up like a rubber.
Look at his lips. Look how full. Okay, you guys, did you see how full his lips are? Come on, let's go. Watch Jin's lips. Right here. Look at that. Girls would kill for those lips, you guys. Oh my god, it's amazing.
Like a rubber, straight up.
He said, I know it says rubber, but it sounds like he says rubber. The cute accent sounds like he said rubber for a second there. Okay. Gotcha. Making nice transition. Okay, very similar to at the very beginning when they were running their fingers through the hair in black and white, and as soon as they finished that, it popped up in bright Technicolor. Same here. Jin is passing on the glasses. Nice transition. V cuts to him. He's putting on the glasses.
You fall like that. Break it down.
Okay. V, let's go back to V for just a minute in that scene. Now, when he puts that glasses on,
making you fall like.
Very similar scene as in Dynamite. At the very end, they show the close-up of V putting on his glasses and he giving that little smirk. Well, look at him right here. Very reminiscent.
Break it down. When I look in the mirror, I'm at your heart to do. I got the superstar glows.
He looked like he's at a press conference of some sort. He's going to introduce, I'm guessing, BTS or something. Look at all the mics pointed towards him. Reminds me of Mic Drop a little bit. His gray suit looks very nice, well tailored. He's so handsome. He's got the very neutral color gray, and then he's got the splash of rainbow striped hair going on. Okay, here we go.
To the boogie. Nice. Step right left to my beat. Like the moon right with me, baby. Know that I got that heat. Let me show you, 'cause talk is cheap. A side step right left to my.
That move, when they're doing that side step, they're stepping out. It's almost like a 1950s. Reminds me of those old stars. Fred Astaire, kind of like ballroom dancing, kind of like. Watch their.
Talk is cheap. A side step right left to my beat. Get it, let it roll.
Okay, and before we go to this elevator scene, if you notice in the room here, in the side to the right here, you have chairs. There's 7 chairs in here. They said there wasn't a lot of hidden messages or anything, but I feel like we're seeing a little bit of hints here and there of that. And they look like they're in high school. They look like they're going to play basketball right now in the gym or something. And of course, all those tracksuits are designers, which I will talk about a little bit later. Oh my god, I think this is my second favorite scene after the holding up the criminal sign. That was amazing. They turned the elevator into a club. Let's go back here. Let's start from the beginning. This is, I think, where they were talking about the members being charismatic, being and charming, and this is it. This in the behind the scenes, each of the member were able to do a freestyle dance. Okay, some of them had an easier time than the others. You gotta remember, some of these guys don't have a dance background, so it's hard for them to come up with any type of freestyle. And I almost forgot to mention, I'm glad I held on this shot. In this scene, in the behind the scene, JK was saying that his hair is actually purple, but looks blue here because somehow it matched the chroma key, and they had to color adjust it to make it look blue because it blended it because of the coloring or something like that. So his hair is actually purple, not blue. Alright, so let's go back to the elevator scene. That was amazing. So Jimin, of course, being very graceful, and he can also hit some very pop. He's doing the slide, swag, you know, graceful, kind of step out to the side here, and he's looking so handsome and fresh, of course. And then we go to my boo. This is RM. So RM, he dances like the way he raps. He hits those hard, you know. It's like, I love him so much. He's so cute. There's V. Being all extra. This is how you put on cologne, you guys. And so good looking while looking so good while you're doing that too. I love it. With the man bun. Hello, let me see your man bun. Loving the long hair on JK. And oh my gosh, J-Hope is very outgoing personality. Let's watch him for a second. He's flying right now. J-Hope is very outgoing personality, so the way he dances is open and it's strong and it's very deliberate. So he's moving his arm to out to the side, and he's opening up his body, right, which is a very outgoing, assertive person. Look at him flying in the air. Min-Yugi is an introvert. He's the opposite of Hobie. And here he is, just, you know, doing the chill swag that he is. Just fits his personality so well. And he's more closed. You know, he's not open arm. He's not stretched out. He's more like contracted than Hobie. With Jin. Oh my goodness. With Jin, he was hitting those moves so hard that his earpiece came out in the behind the scene, and then afterwards he does this cute little butt move. So when you get a chance, go watch the behind the scene. It's so fun. It's so great.
Eyes on my wrist, I'm the nice guy. Got the right body and the right mind. Rolling up the party, got the right vibes. Move like haters.
Before we go to RM, I love that beat drop. I love the change, how it transitioned to the rapper. And RM, this is one of the parts that he had to rewrite, and I love Yoongi's part. Let's go back to Yoongi for a couple of things. Look at the camera angle when they hit those notes. It zoom in and then it zoom out again. So watch on the beat, how it hits on the beat, okay? On this, and I will point that out here. Try to point that out after this.
Ice on my wrist, I'm the nice guy. Got the right body and the right mind. Rolling up the party, got the right vibes. Like,
hey, oh my god, I'm loving the lyrics here. RM did a great job. Ice on my wrist, I'm the ice guy. Okay.
The nice guy, got the right body and the right mind. Rolling up the party, got the right vibes. Like, hater.
Okay. You see the series, they're in this, they're still in the gym now. Now it's transitioning to that red wall. Before it was closed and now it's open. And if you notice, it looks like they're outdoors and there's an airplane, right? So actually that is a blue screen. Okay, the item in here of note is notable is the airplane. Okay, they have airplanes in various videos that you've seen. They had a music video, Airplane Part 1. There was Airplane Part 2, which I will do a review. That is on my list of things to do. There's also Idol, and in each of these videos the airplanes are flying, right? They are flying. And then also you see it in Dynamite, same thing. You see it under the disco sign, you see this big airplane fly overhead, and then of course you also see the airplane also flying in Fire, and I also did a reaction to that, except the one in Fire was literally in the air, on fire when Jimin was looking up. But in this one you notice it's on the ground. The airplane has landed. What does that mean? Now, according to some, it supposedly represents their international fame that they've been flying around and trying to make an impact, or has influenced the world with their music, right? So now the airplane has landed. So what does that mean? Have they arrived somewhere already, right? And you notice in the back, it's JK's in the white, he's bending down, and you got V in the yellow leaning on top of him the whole time. Super cute. Oh my goodness.
Fresh boy, pull up and we lay low. All the plans get moving when the bass low. Got army right behind us when we say so.
I love this. Oh my gosh, you guys. So if you can't, I can tell right away that spelled army. Okay, you got Jin and Jungkook, the oldest and the youngest, forming the A. And you notice Jin is on his tiptoe. Look like his body weight is on Jungkook, the youngest. And in the behind the scenes, they said that they tried to work out this A to make it look good, and they tried several ways, and none of it looked good. And literally, they put their head together, like literally, to get it right. And then you have Min-Yugi making the R, so freaking cute. Then you have V and J-Hope making the M, and of course on the end there, Jimin making that jazz stand and a ballet stand with the Y, and his feet is crossed, almost like a ballet dancer, because he does have a dance background. And then of course RM, his initials, is part of ARMY, so he has to be in the middle. And of course RM's lyrics saying, got ARMY right behind us when we say so. Beautiful. Now they have done this pose supposedly in the past before, when they first started debuting, and they also spelled out ARMY with their body. So this is a tribute to and a nod to their fan base, the ARMY. And what I noticed first right away, besides RM of course walking in, is V. Now supposedly this is a lot of skin that we're seeing here on V and J-Hope. Probably the most skin. I didn't even talk about JK's chest yet, okay? But supposedly V has been working out on his arms, and they were teasing him on how much he was working out, and he goes, yeah, I worked out a lot, and to the point where my arm is shaky. And what I noticed was that, look at his face. Oh my god. Watch when RM walks in here. Look at that face. Look at V's face. That smile, I can't though, right now. I love it. And of course, RM with his pink hair and his shades, almost like a rose tinted shade. So handsome. He looks good in any colors.
Slow, go army right behind us when we say so. Let's go. Fast step right left to my beat. Let the moon rock with me, baby. Know that I got the heat. Let me just step right left to my beat. Get it, let it roll. Cool light, cool shade, and you know we don't stop. Highlight, ain't no. You been like, oh my God, we gon' make the rocket his ass. We gon' make it bounce in his ass. Hotter, sweeter, cooler, butter. Get it, let it roll.
Oh, J-Hope, no. Please. Oh my god. That scene was amazing. I need to go back and take a look at that stage. That was amazing, you guys. This stage looks like...
Let's go. Fast and right left to my beat.
Look at that. This is the production value on this. This was the stage that they had in their yellow and black suit. Reminds me a lot of like from the 70s, like those Motown groups, right? It looks like they're dancing on a honeycomb. That's what it looks like, a yellow honeycomb with the uplight. Oh, it's just beautiful. This is something you see like on an award show, right? Or maybe a live performance award show, or maybe at one of their concerts. Just beautiful, just so classy and elevated right now. Oh my god, the production value, chef's kiss right now. And then are you hearing the background harmonization? You hear this woo in the background. I also hear Jimin. Jimin is also harmonizing. Listen to this carefully again. Let me play this. Okay, back there when RM was saying hotter, sweeter, cooler, butter, those are all remixes that recently came out. Going back to this scene right here, look at that, amazing. Look at that outfit. I swear to God, the stylist, and I don't know if you know the picture behind J-Hope, those are all sticks of butter. I'm gonna go back. This is the criminal scene. Okay, I don't know if you guys noticed, but those flashes of the individuals, they were all the hung line. I believe that's how you pronounce it. Forgive me if I don't know any Korean. It's the elder members, okay? So that would be versus the maknae, the younger guys, right? So, oh my god, look at J-Hope and his arms. This is the most skin I have seen on J-Hope, and that hair is looking all savage right now as far as I'm concerned. And he's holding his jacket. I can't, J-Hope. He's just such a stud right now. And that facial expression, oh my gosh. And then the other one is, of course, they went so fast, you guys. Oh my god, look at this. Look at the three little stud muffin, and I don't even know who to look right now because RM is my bias. Jin is right there in my face, and then JK looking like a tough little guy, tough man that he is now. And I'm loving JK and I'm loving Jin with their long hair right now. They look so handsome. I hope they keep this hairstyle for a while because I'm loving it. And of course, RM just staring deep into my soul, my whole being right now. Because he's my bias. I can't with him. I just cannot. Right? He's so handsome. And I'm seeing a lot of chest. I'm seeing a lot of skin. It's either JK's chest or it's RM's chest right now. This is the most high fashion pick of them all, I would have to say, is this piece of accessory that he wore in the end here.
Hey, no, you been like, oh my God, we can make the rocket easy.
Okay, I would have to say this is hands down the most high fashion accessory worn by any of the members as far as I'm concerned, and the only one that can get away with that, maybe Jimin, but definitely with V. Look at that hat with the pearl string hanging down from it. This is the superstar. V really got the superstar glow as he wore this double chain strap hat from, is it Ruslan Baginski? I hope I pronounced the designer right. He accessorized the look with Chanel's square sunglasses, Rajul's volume pendant necklace. According to one article, as soon as ARMY saw this, they swooped in and depleted the entire world stock at whiplash speed. It shows the handmade straw boater is beautiful, like V, but seeing it on V while he also casually bites at the gold and pearl chains elevates it into icon territory. Absolutely. Not sure if you all survived that picture. Okay, V stand. And of course, as I mentioned earlier, they debuted all of their different hair colors for the release of Butter. It's called a visual callback to the glam rock style that we know and love. And of course, besides their fashion, of course BTS is going to come out with more remixes similar to how they did with Dynamite. And they actually served up more of their latest #1 hit, Butter, with a couple remixes already in the works. They recently just released their hotter version, which is not what you and I would think would be hotter, but more like almost like a B-side, a blooper funny type of version of their video, so it's a must watch. And then even more recently, more versions called the cooler and sweeter remixes of Butter just recently dropped this past Friday, exactly 1 week from when they dropped the hotter remix. And of course, they completed all of that with some recent live performances of the song on the Billboard Music Awards, the Stephen Colbert Show, as well as Good Morning America, and more. The SEPTA is also in the midst of celebrating of the Festa 2021, in which they're celebrating their 8th anniversary this year. So congratulations BTS on everything that you've done and the success of Butter, as well as your 8th year anniversary. So with that said, I hope you enjoy my music video reactions. If you do, please give this a like, and also please share some comments. I would love to hear from you and your thoughts on the video. And if you get a chance, please check out all of my other music video reactions. Would love to get your feedback on that. And if you want to, go ahead and subscribe. So until next time, I hope everybody takes care. Goodbye.